tools like that, tool costs will come down.
Anything else that isn't captured by those three that you're spending lots of money on? What about your time then? We've had mentioned a few of these. Where do you spend your most time? We have planning, scripting, data. Anything else you spend lots of time on? Meetings. Is that planning? Yeah, conferences. Is that meetings? Is that planning meetings or?
All kinds.
Okay. Maybe I need to have meetings to talk about meetings.
And the analysis, yeah.
Yeah, I think specifically the meetings and the analysis isn't actually defining what the NFRs are.
Yeah.
Planning and preparation.
I've got a few things. Planning, which that's a plan or something. Scripting, running, analysing. So in terms of scripting, I'm including sort of data, that sort of preparing a script, preparing your data, running, setting up your environments, firing off your test, managing your environments, managing the config of those environments, analysing, reporting, type of thing at the end. Is there any consensus on which of these people spend most time on?
I'd say it's the analysis.
The analysis.
The reason why I say that is because the first three I think can be templated in some shape or form, so standardised, whereas the analysis actually is based on what you run around, so it can be different all the time.
Yes.
You can template a report, but that's a report. But the actual analysis really needs that, in my opinion, needs the most time out of all those four.
Yeah, you don't want to get, if you're getting the same analysis for this test you did for the last one, there's probably something wrong.
I've tried, I'm not being rude.
You expect me not really good.
I'm not doing a man
And I think that planning, you mentioned as well, Steve, I think that's planning and analysis, I think, tend to be where I spend most time when I'm running all these projects. And if you think about environments in terms of running, it can, I've had experiences where it can take a very long time to make sure, a lot of effort to get an environment that's consistent and is working and is configured correctly. Is that something that people struggle with?
Are you talking that, which, I suppose it doesn't matter which bucket you were trying to place them in. That's all prep.
What's all prep?
Environment is prep. Proving your script is prep.
I have a preparation phase for scripting, and put separate. The scripting is quite mechanical and relatively easy, but it's setting up the environment, plugging it all together, and can take time.
Oh yeah, I spit out scripting because it's something that I hear a lot. I mean, I wouldn't expect it from this room, but when you're talking to people like developer managers or development teams, they go, oh, all the effort's the scripting, isn't it? You know, we've got a test automation expert, they can write performance, they can do performance testing. You know, I've recruited someone who specialises in performance testing, they can write scripts.
Just for you, the first question, they failed at the first hurdle, right?
Well, yeah.
When you talk about environments, we're assuming you're talking about cloud then, right? Because let's assume everything is on the cloud. It's all templated then, so spinning up an environment is very straightforward, right? So let's say the injector environment. So the configuration of that shouldn't be as painful as it once was.
Hopefully not, no.
So would that still be a problem? Would that still be a place where you spend most of your time then?
Yeah, but hopefully not. I mean, that's hopefully something you would avoid. There are, I'm thinking of one example that we were working on recently where there was a huge, everything, a big cloud environment, everything's in the cloud. We had a 3-week testing window or something. I think the entirety of the 3-week testing window was the development team trying to configure their software to work on the platform. that type of thing, I would put under the run bucket, and that's spending a lot of time for us because they're saying, oh, we've done it now, no you haven't, we've done it now, no you haven't, and that type of irritable, ping pong,
I think
couldn't end up spending a lot of time.
The common piece of the running is a successful running. Anything else is prep. Sorry, environmental setup. That's the great thing about automation of any sort. The running is simple, and by actually implication of the term, it's yeah. So I was thinking it's trouble-free. That environment I have deployed has got nothing to do with the running. Yeah, the great thing is we move to the point where we can run this every night, or we can move to the point because we then fought that battle. That battle's scripting, that battle's prep, or that battle's data. You're hitting a firewall problem.
Yeah.
That's nothing to do with running. You're hitting a bad deployment. That's nothing to do with running.
So that's it,
Maybe
that's
there's a fifth one in there,
Exactly.
yeah?
Okay.
Sorry,
Going to
late
say-
delivery, environments and communication. They're the bad ones
Yeah, I was
across
going to
any
say,
testing
It
environment.
doesn't stop at analysing. You missed out defect management, you
Yeah,
missed out
it's-
tuning.
There's
so
a lot more you
essentially
could put on here,
what's lost,
all the room on the screen. I think that there's a good point there that the more you can move back, if you say environments is not a running issue, it's a planning issue, if you move it back into this stage and you're planning things out so you get things right the first time, that is saving you time and money. That's what we're saying. The more, if you plan things properly, these things, or at least the next two, should be a piece of cake.
It comes, but as you say, template, as our colleague right says, templates,
Again, it depends what you're
scripted
testing.
deployments
Yeah.
that have already been done through SIT and through any of your other test environments. By the time you launch into performance, it should be honed. There should be no risk because you've done this 3 or 4 times.
Good.
If you let somebody, you're talking about performance being automation, and you let them loose with somebody manually configuring environments, you are heading for a failure because of somebody else's weaknesses.
I agree with you entirely on that.
So I was going to say, it depends what you're testing nowadays. So before, it used to be like a full website or API, but nowadays it's small microservices, and that's much easier to test than the actual website. I think spending more time scripting on a website with more endpoints, more permutations, compared to a microservice where it could be just one endpoint.
You've broken down the problem.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, good. We've got some thoughts on that. Anything else on where you spend your time? Anything?
Finding out the defect and resolution, basically the tuning,
Yeah.
those activities.
The good point, there's a lot of
We
stuff
don't
that
know,
fits
yeah.
sort of, it's the little cogs off the back of here. You've done your analysis, so now what's going wrong, why is it going wrong, how are we going to fix it?
And then agreed with the stakeholders that this is what it is, these are the connected
Yeah.
parts.
Yeah.